Hello guys and welcome back. I'm back. I'm back on YouTube again and I'm excited about it. I'm gonna promise this time that I'm not gonna leave. I promised last time, but no, for real this time I promise I'm not gonna leave. I'm excited to have y'all back though. Make sure you subscribe, like, and do all of that stuff. Today we are talking about how to stay positive, how to get back positive, just how to get out of a bad mood, out of the bad energy when you're in a negative situation or circumstance or mindset while you're trying to manifest. So I made this video because when I was in a situation where things were just, life was lifing. And I was trying to manifest something better for myself, trying to create something better in my life. And it was just really hard to do that through what I was going through. And so through that time, I did go out and look for help. I wanted help. I went out and I looked on YouTube and TikTok and everything. And I got a few videos, but nothing like what I was looking for. That one explained why I was having to deal with all these negative circumstances, as well as how to navigate through them while I'm trying to manifest a better circumstance for myself. So that's what even brought me to making this video. I want to be able to help y'all if y'all are going through that. You're trying, you feel like you're giving it your all, and no matter what you're doing, just nothing is working. It just won't get better. Negative stuff keeps happening. I get it. Keep watching. So first of all, I want to answer the question, why is it even important to navigate yourself out of those negative mindsets, emotions, situations, or whatever? Why do we want to try to get positive? Well, because you want to manifest something different. And if you feed into that negativity, if you start getting the negative mindset and the negative emotions and all of that comes with that situation, then you will just keep on manifesting those negative situations. It's not going to get better. It's not going to improve. So you have to choose different. And that is the reason why you want to find something to be positive about. I'm not a fan of the toxic positivity. I don't think it's normal to be positive all the time, 24/7. We're humans. We're meant to feel all emotions through this experience. And a lot of the negative emotions is what we need to help us build and learn through this experience. So I'm not saying that you should be positive all the time. I'm just saying you shouldn't stay in that negative space when those times come, and you should know how to navigate yourself out of that and come out of that so you can turn it around and end up manifesting something different and not keep manifesting that same situation in your life over and over. So it's important to know why this happens, why you can be doing everything right, your affirmations, you're meditating, you're visualizing about what you want. I mean, you got it down packed and you're doing everything you're supposed to do, but then still these negative situations will come up. What is happening is it takes a little bit for matter to actually come into existence, to actually form from our thought to this 3D world that we're in. It's a time delay there. So even though now you are thinking more positive and doing more positive things, before now, what were you thinking? Those still have to manifest. Energy does not die. It just changes form. So those still have to manifest in some way or shape. So I like to call this like the purge. It's at the beginning when you're trying to manifest and you're going really hard on all of your stuff and you're really trying to manifest something, and then negative stuff will keep happening. This is just the purge of that old mindset you had. It's still going to come out, so it will. And then you're going to get those negative situations or whatever will manifest from those thought patterns. And what ends up happening is those things happen, and then we revert back to our old mindset, our old pattern of thinking, because we think that we're doing something wrong. We get into the victim mindset. You feel like you're doing something wrong, so you start changing it, but it's not. You're actually doing something right, and it's actually a really good sign. And if you can just keep your focus on what it is that you are trying to manifest, that stuff will pass, and it will pass very quickly if you do not give it any attention. And that's what this video is for, is give y'all tips on how to not give those negative situations attention, how to keep pushing through them, how to keep your focus on what it is you're trying to manifest so you can get past that, actually manifest what it is that you're wanting. Let's get into it. Let's go. Okay, so with the first tip, you need to acknowledge and accept your current circumstances. You need to acknowledge and accept your current circumstances, where you are, that negative circumstance, that negative situation. What we tend to do is we see this negative thing happening, so we try to start saying affirmations to try to cover them up with the toxic positivity. That don't work, guys. It won't work that way. Like I said before, we are meant to feel all emotions. So I'm not a fan of just ignoring that negative situation or that negative emotion or pushing it to the side or covering it up. You have to deal with it. You have to acknowledge that it's actually there. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, my thought patterns have gotten me here. Okay, but I'm fixing it and I'm changing those. Yes, this is what I was manifesting before, and now I know this is not the life for me, and I'm doing everything I need to create it. So I'm glad that this is coming up now so it can finally get out of my life, get out of my energy. That is what I mean when I say acknowledge it and accept that it's there. I'm acknowledging, I'm not covering it up. I'm not trying to ignore it. I'm not trying to push it to the side and push some affirmations on top of it and try to act like it's not there. Yeah, it's there and it sucks. And I manifested it. And now I'm fixing it. And now I'm creating better for my life. That's just going to be a part of my past. And now I am super grateful that I was able to finally get that up out of my life so I can move forward. It's just training yourself to not get so emotionally charged by every situation that happens in your life. So don't try to fight it. Don't try to fight the negative situation, the negative thoughts, the negative whatever. Don't try to fight it. Accept it. What I usually do that helps me with this situation is journaling. I journal a lot when I'm going through this like purge time, when I'm trying to manifest, and I'm honest with myself in the journal. I may cry or just take some time to sit in those emotions, but I don't try to hide them or push them away. I actually take time to feel those emotions and acknowledge that situation that I'm in. And then once I fully process those emotions or fully accepted that situation, then I start putting my affirmations in place. Then I start visualizing and scripting and things like that after I have fully dealt with that negative situation or mindset. So my next tip is going to be to stay consistent with your manifestation routines. If you've been writing out your affirmations every day, if you've been doing your gratitude every day, if you've been meditating or visualizing every day, whatever you've been doing to try to manifest whatever you are trying to manifest, and that negative situation comes up or those negative thoughts comes up, do not stop what you are doing. Keep those habits in place, because like I said earlier, what ends up happening through this purge is that we look at all that negativity and we take that as our reality and say, this ain't working, I give up, and we revert back to our old ways. But if you stick it out, guys, the changes will come. You have to stick it out through that. You can't stop doing what you were doing. That is how new habits are formed. You have to keep going. When we have those like purge times when we're trying to manifest, I like to think of it as a test from God saying, all right, do you really want this thing? If you really want it, I'm going to see how you react to one of these old situations that you used to be in. If you react the same, then I know you're not serious about making the changes for this new life. But if you react differently, then I know something's clicked. I know you figured it out. I know you done passed the test. Like, that's how I feel when I'm going through these. This is a test. And I need to choose to react differently than I have in the past, because how I've reacted in the past has gotten me the life that I'm in right now, and I don't want that no more. Why would I keep doing things the same way that I was doing them before? It makes no sense. My next tip is going to be to stay aware of the people and things that you are ingesting, taking in your body, in your mind. putting in your space. Energy is real, guys, and it's so cliche right now to say it because everybody's always saying to protect your energy, and it's real. It's true. Now is not the time when you're going through that negative purge. Is not the time to hit up the friend that will help you to confirm all that negativity. Y'all know the friend I'm talking about, the one that I hate my job, I hate my house, I hate where I live, I hate my life sucks, and it's the government's fault, it's my parents' fault, it's my trauma's fault. They're a victim to everything, and since they're a victim to everything, they will never fix anything. You don't need to be around that friend right now. You don't need to be around somebody that's going to keep you in that negative space. Remember, you need to try to find something that's going to help you focus on where you're wanting to go, not where you're at. So stay away from those people. If you need a little break from social media, take a break from social media. Have a little hiatus. I promise, guys, it's still going to be there when you go back. Make sure you're paying attention to what you're watching. Know the music you're putting on. Don't put on the sad playlists to help the sadness. Listen to things that are going to help you learn, that are going to bring you positivity. Podcasts, YouTube videos, read, and just fill your space with stuff that is going to bring you peace and positivity, not stuff that's going to add to the negative situation that's already at hand. You don't need to add on to that. This last tip is going to be to give yourself grace. We are human. You are human. You are meant to feel negativity. And I hate that the whole law of attraction community has this whole stigma around being positive all the time and having to be positive all the time to manifest. Yeah, you do need to be positive, but the negative emotions are needed as well, because if life was just roses all the time, you wouldn't want to manifest better. It's those negative situations, those negative times that propel us, that makes us desire more, that makes us see better for ourselves. So we have to appreciate both, because they're both needed for our growth. Start having grace and start understanding that you are only human, and having compassion for yourself. Talk to yourself like you would speak to a friend that was going through the situation. You wouldn't tell them, "This is your fault, you are stupid, you're negative," and like you speak to yourself. No, you would tell them it's okay, it's going to be okay, you can work through it, because you love them and you don't want to see them hurt. Start having that same compassion for yourself, because we're all going through this journey, and it is not an easy journey to go through. And really, just during those times, just don't forget that the story doesn't have to end there. You can change your life any day, any second, any minute. You can choose different. So you don't have to stay in that situation and never feel like this is your last resort. This is your last option. This can always change, guys. So we have made it to the end of the video. The first video of 2024. Look at me doing grown-up stuff. I'm excited, y'all, and I promise I'm staying on. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. Make sure y'all follow me on my social medias, because I am also active there. I'll make sure to put them here on the screen and also my description. And I'll go check out my shop too. All through the month of February, I am adding new products to my shop. Go check it out. I have journals, I have hoodies, I have stuff that I'm actually adding. I got digital products, I got wall art coming. So a lot of stuff that's going to be in there, all centered around things that I preach, affirmations, meditation, law of attraction, improving your life. So that is what I'm doing, and that is what the plan is. So I'm telling y'all this to hold myself accountable, so I can make sure I show up for y'all. Thank y'all so much for showing up for me. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all are here for the next video. Most importantly, make sure you are living your bliss.